Welcome to CommunityAmerica Ballpark. I'm Matt Fulks, Director of Media Relations, with a guy that you probably recognize if you're a college basketball fan or obviously an NFL fan, Mitch Holthus, the voice of your Kansas City Chiefs, here tonight, threw out a first pitch, and as we record this, we're 7 innings away from your big singing debut. Are you, okay, so well, first off, before I ask you about that, are you okay? You satisfied with your first pitch?
No, I was actually disappointed when it threw a four-seamer. Eric Berry, our safety of the Chiefs, he and I had commiserated a lot, collaborated. He was here just a couple weeks ago and said, you got to throw off the rubber, you got to throw a four-seamer. It missed the zone, but you know what? I didn't want to start with, I'll come back, I'll pitch backwards. So that's the way I'm approaching it.
Okay. Now, are you nervous about? We're going to have a pretty good crowd, as you just pointed out. Are you nervous about the seventh-inning stretch?
Yeah, I'm terrified actually. So I feel all my bodily fluids like just at every part of my body. So I'm hoping really I don't soil myself before this. It will be probably very historical in this great history of the T-Bones. Other than the pennant, the championship a couple years ago, this might be right up there too, because I may faint, I might freak out. It could be historical, be a YouTube moment.
Although, and we will say, speaking of historical, you were almost the oldest member of the T-Bones when you tried out about a month ago.
I did. I really thought I had a shot. They gave me 173 was my number, and thinking, hey, I'm right there. If I'm 173, I threw 95 on the black for them. Took a couple cuts in the cage, showing them I could hit from both sides. One of those guys who want to hit me at the top of the order, a wraparound. Then they had me run my sprints. Yeah. Didn't get a call. Actually went to Hy-Vee Salad Bar for days just waiting. I just had my cell phone. And Frank didn't call. None of the staff called. So it was really kind of a shattering moment for me. I thought tonight, coming out the first pitch, I might have a chance for a reprieve. But since I missed the zone, I don't know. But I'll try it next year again. They'll probably give me 2,069 this time.
Okay. Well, but in all seriousness, though, you are a baseball guy. I mean, you played several years, played through high school, coached several teams.
Yeah, I have. I've actually coached high school age kids, 16s and 17s, all the way down to like 12s and 13s. I played in a Kansas-Nebraska league when I was in college age, and we were actually in the NBC tournament in Wichita. So I enjoy the game, love the game. I love what the T-Bones do here. I think it's just fabulous. This ballpark's a fun ballpark, and it's really a source of pride, not just for this part of the metro area, but really for the region. And it's really interesting. Once people try it, I would say, hey, go out to the ballpark, try it once. And when they do, they come back because they have such a good time. So it's good ball. It's fun to watch it, and I'm glad to be here tonight.
Well, speaking of good ball, we are, as Chiefs fans, we're hoping that we'll see some good ball out of Arrowhead this year. Are you happy with the way things are looking so far?
Happy would be an understatement. I really can't give you an adjective because I'm thrilled, whatever beyond thrilled is. And, Matt, it really started on December the 31st when Andy Reid was let go of the Eagles. That's called Black Monday in the National Football League, and 8 coaches were fired, and Romeo Crennel, of course, was released as our head coach. But I was watching Andy's news conference and the video of it, and I thought, man, this is sad. 14 years in Philly, 5 NFC championships, got to the Super Bowl, didn't quite get it done, but left a big footprint in a rugged division to play in the NFC East. And I thought, man, it'd be what a dream if Andy could be here. Then that next Tuesday, the rumors came out through social media that he was going to go to Arizona. Well, that was never going to happen. That didn't even get to first base. And then Wednesday, the word was coming to me that, hey, this thing may happen here. And by Friday, it was done, and Monday, we announced it. That started all the energy that's happened since then. Andy Reid is a fabulous coach, and he has brought in, I think, the best staff that I've seen in my 20 years as the voice of the Chiefs. There are future NFL head coaches on this staff. It has been really incredible to see it. It's a 180, to tell you the truth. It's a 180, and I know I get blamed for being a shill or, trying to put positive things out there for this team. But I'm just telling you, this is a superb staff, and this is a roster that's on its way, really. And Alex Smith will help us. I think he'll help us a lot. I think defensively they have a chance to be very, very good. So the Chiefs' kingdom is ready to ignite.
But even you mentioned Eric Berry being out here a couple weeks ago, and even he was very excited about the way things are looking and the whole atmosphere around Arrowhead right now.
I don't care if it's the American Association or the National Football League. Your tenor or the way you do things starts from the top. And when Clark Hunt moves so decisively to get Andy Reid, but then I'm going to throw in John Dorsey, the general manager, who was with the Packers for 20 years, and then Mark Donovan, the president, you've got the energy really flows top down, and it's really permeated to our locker room. The guys that have been here before have been through a lot, and not, as you know, most of it's been very difficult, and they're reborn. The best thing I could say is it's kind of a reborn. Everybody kind of feels that sense of rebirth, and yeah, they're chomping at the bit, ready to go. You know, the NFL never sleeps, but this is the closest thing you have to a plant shutdown over the next 5 weeks. But the guys are they'll be ready to go to St. Joe and get after it. It's an exciting time.
You mentioned 20 years. Is it hard to believe? I mean, it's flown by for fans, but what about you?
Well, you know, that's a great question. Some parts have, and some parts haven't. It's been unusually difficult over the last 5.5 years, and when you're out in front of it, and for example, during the season, I do 23 shows a week, whether it's social media or online, just like you guys do here. It's everything. It's not just doing the games on Sunday, but when you're out in front of it and it's so difficult, it can wear you down. I have the longest. I've gone the longest of any NFL announcer without a playoff win. It's my 20th year and no playoff wins. So it's time, and I'm. When you think about it that way, it does wear you down a little bit. But having Andy Reid as our head coach is great. You never hire the guy that's won the Super Bowl, because no player or no coach in the NFL has ever done that, gone to his second place. You always hire the guy that got close. That's happened on numerous occasions, because the next spot he does win it.
Now, before the 20 years that you were here, you were at K-State,
Yes, sir.
And you and I had a similar, I'll call him influence, mentor, what do you want to say, Fred White, who passed away recently, and I know that obviously he had a great impact on me, but he did on you too, did he?
Fred was amazing. Yeah, he was one of a kind, a unique guy, and he was. You know, I spoke at his memorial service, but I said Fred was a best friend, a dad, and like your big brother, all wrapped up into one guy. When I was young when I got the K-State job. I was 27 years old, and I had to deal with Jack Hartman, who was like a Rottweiler on the tree. I mentioned that, but Fred was such a help through all of that. He was so secure in who he was. He didn't see you or me or somebody coming up as a threat. He saw them as someone to help. We're going to start a scholarship. All the former voices of the Wildcats, Steve Fisiak, who's now with the Royals, Wyatt Thompson, who's currently there, and Greg Sharp, who's now the voice of the Huskers. We're all going to go together and start a Fred White Scholarship Fund, so that there will be a senior scholar on campus that will be the Fred White Scholar. Just because we want to keep Fred's memory perpetuated in this region, at K-State, in this area, but also among the Royals and T-Bone's area, because he, again, was so unique, and we've got to find other Fred Whites. As I said that day during his memorial service, I said that, you know, two prayers. One is to comfort Barb and the boys, but also that prayer I would be more like Fred. Who can I help? What young broadcasters coming up that I could assist, and because Fred gave an example to all of us.
Definitely. Well said. Okay. He always says the right things at the right time. He is Mitch Holthus. I'm Matt Fulks. Good luck on the take me out to the ball game.
Well, I'm going to go warm up right now. I warmed up. You know,
You did.
I got warmed up and I missed the zone, so I can't miss the zone on the seventh inning stretch. I've just got to nail it. And there may be a little touchdown Kansas City at the end, just to get these 7,000 fans revved up.
Maybe we might find it on Twitter, maybe.
Yes, you may. And you can follow me. I'm getting close to 20,000 followers, so I need to be at 20,000 by training camp, and I'm at 19 and change. So this is your challenge. It's just at Mitch Holthus. It's real easy, but let's do that and get me to 20,000 by camp.
I'm almost at 300.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's all relative, buddy.
Okay. He is Mitch Holthus. I'm Matt Fulks. Thanks for watching, everyone.